Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, welcome to the Scale Model Outlaw. If it's your first time checking in, we appreciate you. Hope you like what you see. And if you do, how about maybe giving us a big old thumbs up? That's right, we love them big old thumbs ups. A subscribe would be nice, and it doesn't cost a dime, and we appreciate them. And speaking of subscribes, we're getting very, very close to 1,000 subscribers. So once we hit that 1,000 mark, we will have an awesome giveaway. We'll allude to that later on. For returning viewers, thank you guys and gals. We appreciate you so much. First, let me say I apologize. It's been forever. I don't think I've let out a video since the PamsCon video, but just a little insight to my personal life. I sold my one-to-one shop, had to get that cleaned out, cleaned up, taken care of, get all the bells and whistles and the corners of the shop cleaned out for the next guy, and we wish him the best of luck as well. And right after that, followed that up with about a 10 or 12-day trip to Vermont that was very rewarding in a lot of ways. But so be sure and check out the next video. I'll talk to you about some of the people I got to meet while I was up there in the great Northeast. But yeah, went up there for a couple weeks, a little bit of family business type stuff, and then a little bit of vacation as well. But today, I am so far behind on everything that I want to get caught up. I owe some shout outs to a buddy of mine that owns a hobby shop that sent me some nice stuff. I want to give him a shout out, and I got some shop card shout outs I want to do. And we've made just a little bit of progress on the senior build, so I want to show you a little bit about what's going on there. And you saw it in the previews. I'm way behind on the auction site, so we got to get those guys caught up too, so they'll continue to buy from my auction site, because it's been 2 weeks since I sent anything out. But all that being said, you know, we have our sponsors. We appreciate our sponsors, and Iceman Collections has gotten back on board, so good news. He never really left. He just did the discount thing, kind of put that on hold for a little while, but it's back. Outlaw 10 to get your discount code. You're going to hear that a lot in the next few videos. And, of course, we'll link him in the description below, along with everybody else that we mentioned, whether it be Shop Cards or the Hobby Shop. And, of course, our awesome sponsors, ScaleFinishes.com and IcemanCollections.com. So, speaking of those guys, let's hear from them. And we'll be right back. Always good to hear from our awesome sponsor, IcemanCollections.com and ScaleFinishes.com. Iceman Collections got that code back, so be sure and use it. Outlaw 10. When you get to the get your cart full up of their awesome products, scroll down to the bottom, got a little discount code, put in Outlaw 10, get you a 10% discount. When you get down there, head on over to Scale Finishes for all your paint and supply needs. And same way with them, load up your cart with their awesome products, scroll to the bottom, and put in Outlaw 10 in cap letters, get you a 10% discount there as well. All right, well, here we are. First, let me apologize to everybody that I got behind on. Bob or Ed over at Bob's Hobby Shop, all my shop card shout out guys, I apologize. A lot going on personally, but we are here. We're back. We're going to be back in full swing. Apologize to my viewers. I haven't put anything out in a while, but we are back. We are in full swing, and we're going to get right into it. So first thing we want to do is our shop card shout out. So the Black Poe. This guy is super cool. One Team Garage, the YouTube One Team Garage scale modelers. All right, check that out. Ed the Black Poe, which I think is one of the coolest names on the YouTube channel, the Black Poe. That's pretty cool. But Ed sent us this with some really kind words on the back. Thank you, Ed. We appreciate that. If I'm not mistaken, he's a fellow Floridian. I believe he's down south of me. Great guy. Go check out his channel. If you haven't checked him out, go check him out. Doing some really, really cool stuff over there. Next one up, Tim from Tim's Custom Models. Tim is an awesome dude. I actually got this card from him at PamsCon. Was able to do a card swap with him there. And it was like last minute. I had been looking for him. And if I'm being completely honest, I wasn't 100% sure who was who. I'd seen him a couple times, but didn't know him. So finally he came up to me and said, "Hey, Mike, it's Tim." I'm like, "Cool, I've been looking for you." Tim's doing some awesome stuff too. What a great builder, great channel. Go check him out. That's Tim's Custom Models. Go check him out. Give him a big old thumbs up from the Outlaw. Next up, and this one's going to be a little bit ironic. I've had this card for a minute, so Red Barn Model Works. I apologize, Don, for not getting this done quicker, but I will tell you, if you can scan that code, man. He's got a good channel over there. And Don, I dig the Red Barn. I'm literally looking at a 14 by 32 to move my hobby shop to, or I say my hobby shop, my workbench to, and start working out of it. So that's a great deal to have one of those, and I'm looking forward to getting mine. But the Red Barn Model Works, guys, go check him out. Another guy doing great stuff. All these guys are awesome, and I can't thank them enough for both their kind words and what they do on their channels. Super, super cool. Next up, Twisted Plastic Fanatic. Boswell, Mr. Scott Boswell. What a cool card. Digging that 57 Nomad. That is super cool. Love the artwork there. Go check him out, man. He is a super cool guy doing some really good stuff down there. Again, that card is super cool. I love the artwork like that. It's kind of cartoony, but it's cool all at the same time. What was the guy? Revell came out with the Deals Wheels that were similar to that kind. They were model kits that came out with that similar kind of style. Super cool stuff. Again, go check out Twisted Plastic Fanatic. Scott's a great guy. We appreciate you, Scott. Thank you guys all for being so patient and waiting. I don't guess you were waiting, but I apologize for it taking so long to give you the proper shop card shout out. All right, next up, Mr. Ed over at Bob's Hobby Shop at RC. This guy sent me some really, really cool stuff. We placed an order with him, and he threw in some extras for us, and we want to give him a big old shout out because this is some really, really good stuff. We'll start with his plug wires. We've got a little bit of all the different colored plug wires. We got orange, we got red, we got yellow, we got blue, and we got green, because you just never know when you're going to need different colored plug wires. But what's really cool about this is if you look, it's going to be kind of hard to see. I'm going to try to get them up there for you best I can. They've got the 3D printed boots on the end of them. Super, super cool. Camera's not doing them justice, but the wires come with the 3D printed boots. Let's see what else he said. Oh, they're really cool. I don't want to take them out because I don't want to lose them, but hopefully the camera will show it. Drum brakes. But if you look inside that drum brake, it's not just the drum on the outside, but it's actually the brake mechanism that goes inside of that drum brake. And of course the brake rotors and calipers, but the drum brakes are super, super detailed. I ain't saying there ain't any out there, but I don't know that I've ever seen a drum brake with the drum brake mechanism on the inside. Guys, you can see the springs in here. You can see the hold down. You can see the wheel cylinder in here. Ed over at Rob's Hobby and Hobby Shop at RC is doing a really, really great job with his 3D printing. Got some more stuff here. He sent us a cool intake and carburetor. And if you look down there at the very bottom, you can see where the filler neck for the radiator is even separate. So that is super detailed stuff. The carburetor is really nice. You can see the throttle linkage on it. You can see the butterfly mechanisms on it. That the thermostat housing actually has 2 holes in it to where you can, like put nut heads on top of it. Super detailed stuff. Super, super detailed stuff. Again, this stuff's going to be tough to see, but these are actually little skulls that hang from your mirror. He calls them rear view mirror hanging skulls. Most of the very tip of that is what the skull is. Again, the camera's not doing it justice. And Ed, I apologize, my camera's not doing it justice. This awesome stuff. But really cool little teeny tiny skulls, not much bigger than the head of a pen, to be honest with you. Really neat. What we got here? Oh, these guys are really cool. And I got a bunch of these because I feel like I'm going to probably lose more or break more than I actually get onto the model kits. But these are your battery clamps. And I got a couple packages of these. Again, not doing it justice, man. I hate that. Trying to get it in there, guys. It's just, but they're just the clamp. It's just a clamp. The wire goes into the back of it. Lots of detail there. This is going to be super cool. Definitely will take your model to the next level. You can see the bolt going through on the clamp. Where the post comes through is hollowed out. You can actually tell that when that thing comes together, the bolt runs, through here. There's a gap in there. I mean, it's as realistic as it gets. I also he got them in a kit. It's a battery terminal kit. Maybe this one we can see a little better. But there's a battery in there. And I've got this fancy camera, and it don't even do what it's supposed to. But the battery terminals are in there. Just really super detailed stuff. Again, you guys go check out Rob's Hobby Shop. A lot of cool hobby shop and RC. I got more of the batteries here. I picked up some of the wire for the battery wire. Super cool stuff. His stuff is different than what you get from, say, ProTech or even Detail Master. It's both ProTech and Detail Master are great, don't get me wrong, but this stuff is just different. It's really, really neat. The detail on the boots and the clamps is just floors me how cool that is, how detailed they get with it. And he also sent me this guy. Some of y'all might know that I got a Harley and I ride. Not as much as I'd like to, but I ride. This is an old school Harley. Again, detail's not going to come out in it because my camera's sucking on me. But super cool pan head motor from Harley Davidson. I'm literally going to be on the search for like a trike or maybe something cool, an old school 40s Harley to get this guy in there. That is super, super cool. The detail on this thing is amazing. Yep, some of his stuff is stuck to my elbow and I dropped it. But again, guys, go check out Rob's Hobby Shop in RC. Great guy. He's also a dealer for... I'm sorry, I'm picking up my stuff that I dropped so I don't forget it. Here we go. Sorry, off cam. He's also a dealer for Outlaw Paints. We haven't experienced any of that paint yet, but we're hearing a lot of good things coming out of that camp. Excited about maybe getting some of that and trying it out. We love our sponsor Scale Finishes, but that doesn't mean that we don't try other stuff and use other stuff either. All right, so last but not least, again, with being gone and cleaning out the shop, I didn't have a whole lot of time to work on the senior build, but I did get some work done last night while I was chatting with some friends on the lives there. We've got the axles in place and the drive shafts in place. I do not have the 4-link in yet, but it's starting to look more and more like something, right? If you guys don't know, this is for the senior group build, senior appreciation build. Terry Thacker Sr. We lost him earlier this year, and everybody's doing the build. Brian over at Got Fuels and Fred at West Georgia Mods. Hang on, I get it wrong every time, Fred. West Georgia Rods and Customs, old Snappy Pappy. They're hosting the build, and we're trying to make something a little different and something pretty cool. The boot hill, this started out as the boot hill, which some of you may know, but it now has a twin turbo Cummins in it, and it also will have 4-link suspension. Right now it's got the coilovers, but we're gaining on this one, getting closer to being done. Excited about it. That is all I have for this video, guys. I'm going to try to get a couple videos out today. I got a really exciting one about what we did while we were on vacation up there in the Northeast, who we got to see. We got some pictures of some fellow YouTubers and builders, and we're excited about sharing those pictures with you guys. So let me get this one behind us and do some editing and do what I got to do to get this one posted up, and then we'll start working on the next one. So we appreciate you stopping by. I hope you like what you see. Be kind to others. Be safe. Be kind to others. And as always, keep on modeling.